Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Jurassic World Chaos Theory video. I hope you've all been enjoying the holiday season recently, and I just want to say a massive thank you for 200,000 subscribers. We hit that milestone the day before yesterday, and I can't be more thankful. Road to 300k starts today, and hopefully in 2024 we'll be aiming for 250,000 subscribers. With the release of 2 seasons of Jurassic World Chaos Theory and the release of Jurassic Park Survival, you can bet that 2024 is going to be a great year if you're a Jurassic fan. So, if you're looking for a channel to stay up to date with all of the news coming from this franchise, then I highly recommend pressing that subscribe button and turning the bell notifications on so you don't miss any brand new news, clips, and other content from the Jurassic franchise. But for today, we're going to be trying to piece together the events of Chaos Theory and try to work out what the main character, Darius Bowman, was getting up to in between the event of Camp Cretaceous Season 5's ending and Chaos Theory Season 1's beginning. So, if you're excited to learn more about this topic, then feel free to like the video, sit back, relax, and enjoy your G Fuel drink after using code SWERVE, as it's time to discover what Darius was doing after Camp Cretaceous, leading up to Jurassic World Chaos Theory. So firstly, to try and work out what Darius was doing between the events of Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous and Chaos Theory, we have to look back at what he did in Camp Cretaceous. I know, it was actually over 3 years ago since we got Season 1 of Camp Cretaceous, and that's just crazy to even imagine. But his background, well, his character is arguably one of the better characters in Camp Cretaceous. While Season 4 and Season 5 kind of, let's say, made Camp Cretaceous seem like a joke, we still need to look back at what he did during Season 1 and Season 3. I feel as though that really impacts the main overall characters and the main story of Camp Cretaceous more than Season 4 and 5. Although, I guess in a way, specifically looking at Darius on his own, Season 4 and 5 actually showed what Darius could actually be as a person. So throughout many times within this series, we saw him talking about dinosaurs. He had a sketchbook about dinosaurs. He kind of knew the behavior of dinosaurs, even so much so to seeing Dilophosauruses, Allosauruses, Ganymimuses all on Isla Nublar, and he was able to research them basically in the field. So he obviously knows a lot about dinosaurs. But when we take a look at his character in Camp Cretaceous Season 4 and 5, when we see that the dinosaurs such as Big E.T. and Little E.T. were fighting one another, he wanted to help them out. He wanted to stop the fight. He wanted the dinosaurs to be okay. And likewise in Season 5, when these dinosaurs were getting mind controlled, chipped, and basically told to do an abundance of things, he wanted to step in and try to stop that from happening. You could see here how heartbroken he was when Big E.T. almost died at the jaws of the Spinosaurus. You can see how annoyed he was when these dinosaurs were mind chipped. So it's clear that his character really cares about these dinosaurs. So when we look back at what he did throughout Camp Cretaceous, he had an everlasting or ever-growing kind of like character development. Whilst he did like dinosaurs to begin with, he started to use what he knew about dinosaurs and tried to understand them better on more of a social aspect and then protect them in Season 4 and 5. And ultimately, that's where we ended off with his character. Now when we look at Season 5, it ended in the year of 2018. Obviously it released in 2022 for us, but it takes place right at the very end of Season 5 in 2018, right after the event of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. So when you see at the end of Fallen Kingdom, Blue running off to some neighborhood, that is probably the exact same time when Camp Cretaceous Season 5's last scene is taking place. And during this scene, we see one of the Brachiosauruses who were able to escape the Lockwood Manor from Fallen Kingdom. Now I believe only 2 or 3 of them were saved on the Arcadia, so there's not really a big number of Brachiosauruses walking the planet right now, unfortunately. However, we see him lock eyes with the Brachiosaurus in the reflection of his window, and that scene was probably the best way to end off Camp Cretaceous. But what did he do after seeing this Brachiosaurus? Well, obviously, I don't think we're going to actually get a direct flashback to exactly what happened from this moment, because I think that kind of ruins the Camp Cretaceous ending. So if we were to try and piece together our headcanon a little bit, then perhaps he saw a capture team trying to wrangle this Brachiosaurus, and in doing so ended up mistreating the animal, and that ultimately made him decide to fight for these animals like he did in Season 4 and Season 5 on Manticore Island. So he probably saw, I don't know, it probably isn't InGen, maybe the Department of Fish and Wildlife, we don't really know yet, or who else was involved in this era of Jurassic, but he probably saw these people wrangling the Brachiosaurus in a very inhumane way, a very horrible way, and maybe he decided to step in, and then he got shunned to the side and told, don't do that, stay away, this is an area where you can't get involved with, and he didn't like that, because knowing him, he doesn't like to see no as an answer. If he feels something is right, he's going to go ahead and do that. After all, he put his head right in front of a sniper rifle scope when Mitch and Tiff were trying to hunt Blue the Velociraptor back in Season 2. So it's quite obvious he wants to help these animals out no matter what cost it comes to him. And this is where we start looking at the Chaos Theory trailer. In the Jurassic World Chaos Theory announcement trailer, he's clearly tracking some kind of large animal. And by the footprints, it probably is a sauropod. We actually went ahead and made a big video about this, trying to identify what footprints that these footprints in the trailer look like. Now, I think we came to the conclusion that it's probably either Apatosaurus or Mamenchisaurus, but at the same time, we didn't rule out the possibility of Dreadnoughtus, Brachiosaurus, and any other sauropod. But if I remember correctly, I think the most likely ones that we kind of concluded to was either the Apatosaurus and or the Mamenchisaurus as well. So if you want to check out that video as to why or how we got to that answer, then feel free to. But yes, it's clear that he is tracking some kind of dinosaur, and most likely a sauropod, maybe reminiscent to what he did back in 2018 for that Brachiosaurus. So it's clear that he is still focused on dinosaurs, and it's clear that the story of Chaos Theory is going to be focused on the dinosaurs as well. But who is he working for, and why is he doing this? Well, in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, we had a company called the DPG, the Dinosaur Protection Group. And essentially this group was run by Claire Dearin in 2018, and I think it actually got dissolved back in 2018 as well, after a rebellious group called Extinction Now also tried to fight them as well. So yeah, it was a bit of a 50-50, the DPG wanted the dinosaurs to stay alive, the Extinction Now group wanted them to die off, and ultimately we know what happened from there. So maybe, just maybe, Darius heard about the DPG during this time, and this might be a new reimagined DPG company that he's working for. A company that kind of is inspired by the DPG, but isn't called the Dinosaur Protection Group. So we just have to wait and see for that. But there is also the equal possibility that he might be working as an independent person as well. So he might be tracking these dinosaurs and saving them for himself, kind of as like an independent rebellion person, let's say. And we'll get to that in just a minute. But his character in Camp Cretaceous factually proved that he cares about dinosaurs much more than himself. So it's clear no matter what he is doing with these dinosaurs in the new era of Jurassic, he's hunting them down in a positive manner. He's trying to protect them and trying to maybe even herd them away from dangerous areas where pedestrians might roam. And as I said, he might be working as an independent person. And this might coincide most likely with a very similar character that we saw in Jurassic World Dominion, Claire Dearin. Right at the very start of Jurassic World Dominion, we saw that she's kind of working independently with Franklin and Zia, but they are technically independent and they aren't working for any specific company. They protected that Nasutoceratops and saved that Nasutoceratops. We could well be seeing a Camp Cretaceous character in Darius Bowman look up to Claire Dearin still, and maybe even do something similar during this era of Jurassic. Protecting these dinosaurs, finding these dinosaurs, and hiding these dinosaurs away from the bad people who just want to breed them, kill them, eat them, I don't know, stuff like that. That's how I kind of see it shaping up, simply because of the characteristics of Darius Bowman through Season 1 and Season 5 and how he was able to develop as a person. Potentially what he could have seen at the very end of Season 5 with the Brachiosaurus. In the Camp Cretaceous trailer, he's clearly tracking something, we don't really know what yet, but he's clearly tracking a dinosaur for sure. With companies such as the DPG around during his time when he's an adult, he's clearly going to look into those and maybe even look up to those as well. And it would be pretty cool to maybe see Claire Dearin in the show as well, who knows. They're both independent, potentially with Darius being independent, and maybe they want to work together during this animated show. Again, who knows. I'm excited, and that's all I've got really in my head for what Darius was doing during the off-screen time before Chaos Theory. But there you go, that's the best and most logical theory I could come up with so far as to what Darius was doing off screen between the time of Camp Cretaceous Season 5's ending in 2018 and Chaos Theory's beginning in what we expect to be late 2021 or potentially early 2022. If you guys have any other thoughts as to what might have happened, then go ahead and let me know down in the comments below. If you enjoyed, press that like button and subscribe to also help us reach 250,000 subscribers before the end of 2024. But in the meantime, and most importantly, make sure you're all staying safe out there, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye. Hello, hi, you. Did you enjoy the video? Just a little reminder to press that like button and also subscribe. I just want to thank my Patreons for this month on screen right here, as giving me that little extra support really does go a long way. But anyways, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day.